All right, welcome back, Shadowverse fans. I am currently 3-0 with this particular Swordcraft list. In Take Two, I'm going to flash it on the screen really quick here. You can pause if you want to take a look at the exact cards we got. It's pretty busted, I feel like. 2 Gildarian and an Amelia, 2 Amalia and a Juno, 3 Band of the Battle Princess. I also wanted to try out Goblin Foray. I ended with 3 of them. So also trying some stuff out. All right, let's go ahead and head into match 4. Can I turn this 3-0 into a straight up 7-0? Let's find out in this video. Okay, we are actually up against Runecraft for match 4. I don't know that that's real common for 3-0 starts. We're typically expecting Swordcraft, and I am going to talk through all my choices as usual. We're going second. I've got the 1/1 for 1 in my deck. I might as well try using it on turn 1. Band of the Battle Princesses I still think is insane. Iron Crown Majesty is always going to be fine. Ian's always going to be fine. I think we got a pretty good opening hand here, and then we're just going to need to draw into some of our power we've got for the later game, and I think we're going to be doing all right. Everybody go back and watch the last video I released before this if you're wanting to know all my thoughts as I was actually drafting this deck and see my first 3 victories. So I could go ahead and Band of the Battle Princess this 2/2 away. This is like a pretty is this a big decision turn? I also got the +1 play point to play the Ian and then trade my 1/1 with the 2/2, and then I'll have the follow-up. Other thing I could do is I could actually Iron Crown Majesty, right? Okay, yeah, I think I actually can do that. And that'll leave us with 1/1 and a 2/2. Please tell me I didn't make a mistake. This does work, right? Oh, and actually 3. Should I just go ahead and swing into the face? No, I'll just go ahead and trade that off. All right, I think that actually worked out pretty well. So we've got the Ian, and then on turn 4 we've got the Band of the Battle Princesses again. I'm feeling pretty decent about this, and I don't know that my opponent can do anything too crazy here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and start going face here a little bit. I think that's all right. We could have also made this a 3/3 and hit the 2/2. Maybe that would have actually been better. Oh, I forgot this comes out as a... I always forget that this has a blocker on it. Oh, man, that's gonna hurt, I think, right? Ouch. And Band of the Battle Princesses, everybody. Did I say that I think that card is powerful? Do I think that this card is powerful? Now the question is, do I go ahead and go for the evolution? Honestly, I don't really have that many ways to finish out the game. All I've got is a Centaur Centurion, so I don't know that it's really worth wasting that evolution just for 2 more points. All right, so I'm not gonna do it. Ooh, Juno is going to be quite good. I have a feeling Juno. Everybody if you've watched this channel at all, I used a lot of Juno last set. And I have a feeling it's going to be quite good in this format. All right, Band of the Battle Princesses is probably going to be really good next turn. I could actually Knight Shadow Ninja Master and try to go crazy. Don't know that they could really do anything about it. I've already kind of forgot about this Rusty Luxcar Trickster. How many I've got? I think I've only got 1 in the deck. Other option I think would be the Goblin Foray. You know what? Let's go with the Goblin Foray. We'll have the Band of the Battle Princesses next turn. We can evolve one of these to kill the 3/3. Then when we Band of Battle Princesses, we can finish the 5/5 off with 1 more point of damage. They do get 1 decent hit on us. Yeah, this Juno, I really have a strong feeling is going to be crazy strong in this format. All right, they got a 2/2. That's not going to really do much. Ooh, Pascal's Dance doesn't really do anything here, but it could be good. Ooh, Geno is absolutely insane, but so is the Band of the Battle Princesses. How many times didn't I keep talking about how strong this card is? Didn't I keep saying? And we actually get to push some pretty serious damage here, I think. Now we're getting them into Centaur kill range, so I'm pretty much okay with this, actually, at this point. Could also play the Rusty Lux character, but I don't think I really need to, so let's go ahead and push some damage. We'll have them in Centaur range, so if we draw the Centaur, basically at any point, we can potentially just push a win through. I guess I play the Rusty Luxcar Trickster. Geno is probably about as good as Amalia next turn, no matter what happens. But I don't know. It's possible they could have a William, so... All right, Enchanting Perfumer is really good. I still think that card's crazy good. Foresight's definitely not going to do it. I guess I did need to play the Rusty in hindsight, anyways. All right, what does this do again? Summon a clay and deal 1. It's going to do 1, which is going to actually be pretty good because we had 2 with 1 left. All right. All right, that's no problem. So it is going to be Amalia, it looks like, from us. Yep, so we're going to go ahead and Amalia, so we'll just go ahead and basically trade the whole board off, and then we'll have the Geno follow-up for next turn. Very, very strong, as usual. Now, I could leave one of these back and super evolve the Amalia, but no big deal. All right, I am hoping to draw at least 1 of my 3 legendaries here coming up. And this is where, you know what, everybody, lucrative deal, you know, may be pretty good in Swordcraft, to be honest. Or at least decent, because, why? Because, you know, Swordcraft is just so strong. If you go up against a non-Swordcraft, you kind of assume your cards are just better than their cards, right? Yeah, my opponent didn't really have much of anything, to be honest, this whole match. Okay, they made a 5-5 for the Super Evolution. They got to draw 2, which is good, but Geno's going to come in and be absolutely bonkers. All right, so he's just going to do what he always does and be absolutely ridiculously, insanely good. Pass the turn. I'm feeling pretty good. It's going to basically depend on, and as I was about to say, what legends they're going to end up popping down on us. Lilanthem is going to be one of those legends that could actually deal some legitimate damage here. All right, what are we going to get? Okay, Band of the Battle Princesses. Not quite what I was looking for. So suddenly we are kind of sort of potentially in some trouble. Lilanthem, another card that I have a feeling may end up being insanely good. Night Shadow Ninja Master is going to be where all of our hopes and dreams are probably going to end up falling. And you know what? I can actually Ancestral Crown. All right, everybody, I'm going for it. I'm going to actually Ancestral Crown, play this. It's going to be a 5. And then if they can't do anything about it, we can actually super evolve it next turn into an 8. Could we actually win? Could we actually going to potentially win off this? This would be so ridiculous. Okay, all right, Melvy's not going to do it. They got, I mean, Runecraft, I know because I play it all the time, has a lot of healing. They need basically, okay, Remy is really good, but, oh my gosh. Whoa. Dang. Look at that. Jeez, it's a 16-16. Oh my god. So I would have to, I could win this if I can just get through the 6-6. I think I'm going to have to lucrative deal. I can only deal 4 with this. Lucrative deal I've got gives me 2 draws. Everybody, I think I have to. I mean, they got a freaking 16-16. There's nothing I can do about that. I could Luminous Magus if I need to. So probably what's going to happen here is probably going to end up being, let's see, I could Band of the Battle Princesses. Oh boy, everybody, which one do we do here? I can either take the risk with the lucrative deal, or I can play more passively with the Luminous Magus and try to basically live one more turn once again. Their board is basically full. In fact, I could even Luminous Magus. Their board would actually be full. Should I do that? I guess I'm actually gonna what am I gonna do? Oh, Amalia, does that win it for me? Yes, it does. All right, everybody, we got it. Ooh, boy, that was crazy. All right, I gotta make sure I get all these darn inputs in here. It's always a challenge sometimes. All right, attack there, and all right, that's how you beat the 16 Lilanthem. All right, on to the next one. 4-0, everybody. 4-0. All right, round 5 here, going up against Swordcraft. Not a huge surprise there. Probably will always end up saying that. I forgot to check on the Rusty Luck Card Trickster. I need to know how many of those. I'm pretty sure there's still just one. So he's basically probably kind of the worst card in my deck. Iron Crown Majesty. We're going second. It's probably going to be a boost into 3 again. Let me remind myself what this 1-2 for 3 does. The Steel Cloud Knight, is that a 2-2 or a 1-1? I can't remember. It's a 2-2, so pretty good. So Iron Crown Majesty and that. I mean, honestly, all these are good, and I can have the options. Like, even on turn 4, the Iron Crown Majesty could be fine. Oh, Ancestral Crown. That's pretty interesting. Now, I very well might have made a mistake here. If I was gonna, because, you know, I probably should have just pitched back one of these 3s. Now I have literally an entire hand of 3s. Was that a mistake? Probably so. Probably so. All right, they've got the 1-1 and the 1-2, really strong always. So we are going to play one of these 3-3s. The Ian's is obviously not going to be that. This gives us a 1-2 and a 2-2 versus a 1-1 and a 2-2. So we will go ahead and start with they're all of this. This card I feel like honestly really strong. In fact, do people ever play this in Construct? 1-2 and a 2-2. Oh my gosh! If they don't try to trade off here, our Iron. Okay, well there you go. I was going to say our Iron Crown would potentially be absolutely bonkers. Still, actually, this is still going to work out pretty good, I think. Ian's going to come in. We're going to have this as a 3-3. Other thing would be to play the Iron Crown Majesty. I think I'll save the Iron Crown Majesty. It's got some potential to do some crazy stuff later. Go ahead and do that. All right, so once again, I think it's going to pretty much come down to just drawing, you know, the strong late game cards, basically, which is where, you know, oh, wow, they've got an Ancestral Crown. Okay, everybody, we're doing, oh my gosh. All right, everybody, we are doing Ancestral Crown versus Ancestral Crown. Even a Gildaria coming up. That's going to be absolutely bonkers. I could evolve this and deal more damage to the face, but I don't think it's really worth it. Let me actually think about that, though. Maybe I do actually just go ahead and evolve it. It would probably force an evolution out of my opponent next turn to deal with it. I'm assuming my opponent's going to have the Magus on turn 5, which is going to be really hard for us to deal with, actually, for one turn. And then once I get my Gildaria, then we're go, and then we're going to be doing really well, especially because I'll probably may super evolve it. I feel like I may actually need this guy up a little bit to try to kind of have a chance. That very well could have been a mistake. Not sure. All right. Okay, no Magus. Oh, thank goodness. was going to be a really big problem. Didn't end up having it. So now this is really good. So I actually get to put something back into my deck, which is going to be pretty good. I think it's going to be the Ian. I don't think the Ian's going to do much for me here. So let's do it. So let's shuffle. This Way of the Maid is probably going to be really good in Swordcraft. I'm starting to think maybe that's actually one of the better Swordcraft cards. Wow. And now look, all right, everybody. And you know, honestly, yeah, I think it was okay that I used that evolution, because basically just as long as I don't die, I mean, I'm in good shape, basically. I've still got the 2 super evolutions for the Gildaria and the Amelia. Amalia doesn't need it. This way, if my opponent had better stuff, you know, for 6, they may be playing a Gildaria here, potentially. Okay, and Amelia's still really strong, although not anywhere near as good as it could have been. But once again, they're still probably not going to be too happy once we do what we're about to do here. Alright, that doesn't really matter too much. Alright, what are we gonna do this time around here? We could oh, we've got the Iron Crown Majesty. Oh my god, everybody. I was just gonna say, if I could have comboed the Amelia with the Iron Crown Majesty, that would have been absolutely bonkers. And well, everybody, that's exactly what actually did end up happening. Man, this is gonna be crazy. This is gonna be insane. Oh my gosh. I'm thinking that lagged a little bit there. I'm thinking that one copy of the Ancestral Crown probably going to be right in a lot of Swordcraft lists. That's what I'm kind of thinking recently. And my hand is just absolutely bonkers. All right, Ignominious Samurai is going to hurt. Ignominious Samurai really is fantastic in Take 2, isn't he? Oh, wow. Okay. The Night Shadow Ninja Master. I don't know that I think that that's correct. Oh, okay. That can take out one of those. The 2/2 is going to obviously take out 4/2. And then for 7 mana, it's going to be Jenna, I guess. We don't really need to worry about an Albert coming down yet. That's the one thing I do actually kind of need to worry about. And in fact, I need to worry about it to the point that I'm almost kind of thinking maybe I need to put a little more pressure to once again force out like a Super Evolution or something. But, ooh, Centaur Centurion. Hold on a second. Centaur Centurion. That's going to deal 10 damage. We've got 2, so that's 12. All right, we're not there yet. Not there yet. I think Jenna's good. It's going to force them once again to have a pretty good answer. And I get the huge... Oh, I forgot that. Oh, man, I was 1 off of victory, actually. I didn't realize that because of the crown. That's crazy. This would have been 10 plus 1, 11 plus 2. Geez, 1 off lethal. All right, I'm gonna have to take a guess and say like a Gildaria here. Or an Amalia. All right, there's the Amalia. And this is where, like I said, we wanted to kind of force our opponent to have to use an evolution. They are going to have to use an evolution here. All right, regular evolution. So now all they can do with an Albert is they've only got 1 super evolution, assuming next turn. Wow, and also that was really, really good, by the way, also. It would be really nice if I could somehow kind of force... You know what? I guess Amalia pretty much does it. If they Albert me, they're going to still have care of the Amalia. So I think this is okay. And then we're pretty much in a safe life total and then pretty much win at that point. Gildaria will be better to just save. The rally count's going to go up from the Amalia. Yeah, Amalia gives the Gildaria more rally count. Also just sets us up if they don't have the Albert for a potential just a win here, actually. So I'm okay with just this play right here. And passing turn like that looks good to me. Okay. Another Amalia. It'll be interesting to see if they use the super evolution here. Because once again, it's the same position, actually. Yep, they had to, because otherwise we got the Centaur Centurion and we could have beaten them. And now our opponent is out of super evolutions, and that is very, very good for us. Looking pretty like it's going to be pretty hard for us to lose the point, I feel like. So now what do we do? Do we go ahead and just play the Gildaria? I don't think so. So Ignominious Samurai can kill the 6/5. We need to play 4 more guys out. This is a little bit tough, actually, here. Okay, Ignominious Samurai. The other thing would be just Ignominious Samurai and then Centaur Centurion and just fight for board. And then next turn we'll have the Gildaria. I think we have the Gildaria next turn, right? Do we have it? No, I guess we wouldn't really get it yet next turn, would we? This is actually kind of tough, I hear. Okay, I really couldn't figure out what to do there. So I am actually going to do this route here. Don't know that this was right. Probably wasn't. Probably made a little bit of a mistake there, but leaves us with a 10-8 that they have to deal with, which is pretty good. If they've got an Amalia, we're kind of in trouble because my Gildaria, I was too short. I can play the Prim. Okay, so I can actually play Prim and then Gildaria. Kind of saved my butt there, actually, potentially. Every once in a while, you can just win with something like this also on the board. All right, opponent's searching. Yeah, that Way of the Maid, I think that's going to be kind of a tier 1 potentially and Sword, so much powerful stuff. Definitely way better than the Luke deal, that's sure. Oh, Ravening Tentacles. Oh, Oh, that's not gonna do it. That is not going to do it, but we haven't won yet. So what are we going to do next? Basically just want to fill my board up. Seeing as how they haven't had that much good stuff, I think I'm going to actually just save the lucrative deal. Kind of try to fit so my opponent can't do anything too crazy. So it's probably going to be the Ian, maybe the Prim, maybe play the other Prim card, or I could have just Goblin Foray, which is not very good, honestly, but kind of go ahead and get rid of it at this point. I'm going to keep the Gildaria and the Prim. I think they're going to work well together. So I think I will just do this. Let's go ahead and get the attack in. I guess I'll just play this guy, and I'll play this guy bumping this up, and I'll keep everything else in my hand. I'm alright with this. And then we've got the Gildaria ready to go next turn. Ooh, wow, Band of the Battle Princesses was pretty strong. Alright, there comes 2 Rusties. Well, we can kill it. We can kill him with the Gildaria. Band of the Battle Princess is once again super strong. So, you know what, everybody? I think it's time to lucrative deal. 5. Wait. Goblin Foray, Band of the Battle Princesses. All right, Band of the Battle Princesses and Goblin Foray. All right, what do you got? What do you got to deal with my Goblin army? Which it doesn't even threaten lethal, so it's not even that good. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Wow, the counter tech, everybody. The Goblins counter tech against the 5/7 Urias. My opponent might be a little unhappy about that. All right, everybody, I think it's time for some Gildaria action. So let's go ahead and do it. It's gonna wipe basically their whole board. And then 2 of these get to hit face. If I'm not... Wait. Urias makes it so that my guys can't attack. Ow, that actually hurt. So Gildaria is going to come down. Okay, it's going to wipe these 2. Once I get this down to a 2/2, then it's fine because then it gets wiped out by the Gildaria. Oh boy, well, I guess that's just what we're going to do. And I don't know that I need to play the Prim out. If I do play the Prim, I can leave one of these back. Let me go ahead and play this as I'm kind of siding here. Alright, so okay, lots of stuff triggering. And then Prim, if I play the Prim, you know what, I'm gonna save the Prim. So I'm gonna just do that. Do we play the lucrative deal at this point? You know what, everybody? I don't think so, because my opponent hasn't had anything too crazy, so I think I'm actually going to go ahead and just keep it in my hand. Could have also went ahead and played the Prim there at the end. Could have been a mistake, potentially. Oh, there's the Owlbear. Well, it wasn't a mistake. The Owlbear is also going to be really strong. Wow, going face. Is it possible that they've got 2 of those? Got 2. I'm pretty much just dead. They could also have Centaur Centurion. I don't think there's anything in our deck that saves us from that. We do have the second 8-drop Amalia. Basically try to kind of fish for that. I could also just hope that they don't have the win in hand. This sure didn't seem like they had it the way that they've been playing. I could play the Goblin Foray. That'll deal... Okay, that doesn't deal quite enough to it. I can end with the Band of the Battle Princess. If I play the Prim out also, it does stop if they have a Centaur Centurion. So I think that's probably correct, right? Prim and Band of the Battle Princesses. All right, basically Owlbear kills us, and I think that's pretty much it. So play this, finish it off with a Band of Battle Princesses. I mean, I think we played this match at this ending about as well as you can play it. If they have double Owlbear, well, congratulations. Oh my god, another Ravening Jeez, everybody. God, the face damage in this game is just so insane sometimes, how much face damage can be dealt. Obviously, when Owlbear is in the mix, it's especially true, but holy moly, man, I did not see that being my first loss game in a million years. All right, oh boy, let's see where it finishes off. This is round 6 against Swordcraft once again here. Oh, it's take 2, guys. Is it going to be a little bit boring with all the Swordcraft running around? 2 Gildarias. You know what? I think it's strong enough to go ahead and keep it. It's so strong. We've got a turn 2 play. All we need is just a little bit of some middle play, like a turn 3 and a turn 4, which we have a lot of low drops in this deck, I feel like. So, all right, that's what we're going to do. I'm gonna kind of take the risk here a little bit. This is going to be the big risk, big reward. Wow, that's the card I wanted to dodge with my Ignominious Samurai, and fortunately it's looking like we are going to dodge it. Luminous Commander here seems okay. There are some plays that my opponent can have that would be pretty troublesome. Oh my god, Ancestral Crown turn 4, boost into double Gildaria. How does that sound, everybody? How does that sound? Does Ignominious Samurai, I can't remember, does it start with Rush? Okay, it does start with Rush, right? Oh my god, this is gonna be one of the craziest games another one of the craziest games we're ever gonna play in Take 2. I'm going all in on Crown double Gildaria. Oh, and they've got a Crown. Oh, they are not gonna like how this game is gonna play out, everybody. They are gonna be really unhappy here, I have a strong feeling. Probably a Magus. Okay, man, they're gonna really hate this. God. Oh, this is so ridiculous, everybody. I could also ban to the Battle Princesses once again. Oh, man. Insanity. 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 Wait a second. Okay, you know what? Nowhere near as good as I was actually thinking now that I've got this far, actually. All this does is this. Okay, I can keep that around, actually. Okay, I think I should have banned the Battle Princesses there, potentially. Yeah, I don't know. The Gildaria only does 2 damage. Wow, Hound of War is really strong, obviously. I think we'll save the next Gildaria here. Play like a Night Shadow Ninja Master, for example, and actually potentially super evolve it. I'm thinking, you know what, I kind of like play here. Another thing I could do is I could play this and then ban to the Battle Princesses. You know what, I like this here, actually. Don't ask me why and if it's actually the right play or not. Ban to the Battle Princesses, I still think is just too good at 4 mana. I'm just going to keep holding it back. Opponent would basically have to have like a Geno here pretty much. And God, we're going to get a turn with an Amalia and a Crown or a Gildaria. This is looking just absolutely crazy. I think this Crown, I think 1 Crown is right in the Take 2 Sword decks from all of this experiences I've been having now. All right, they're definitely going to evolve here. Yep, there it is. And it's just going to be a trade. Pretty good. Wow, we're going to Amalia, and my opponent is going to be very, very sad, I have a feeling. They may just kind of lose on the spot here, I'm actually thinking, because of just how ridiculously strong this is. Because, again, Gildaria, theirs is going to go away, and Gildaria does not save here. Amalia... Amalia negates Amalia, though, unfortunately. Oh, that's too bad. That's unfortunate. Okay, regular evolution gets the kill. I think we'll ban to the Battle Princesses, probably. Our deck is so strong that we're going to assume that our lucrative deal is going to be better than whatever they've got, I think. So let's actually start with that. We could also Gildaria here. I think I'm going to go ahead and go for the free evolution on this again. Unless I actually want to just evolve it here. No, I don't think I do. I think Band of the Battle Princess is all right. We got the Amalia again next turn. So we're just going to basically hope our deck is basically stronger than theirs, which is why, yeah, I don't know about Take 2, everybody. What do y'all think about Take 2? I don't know about it. I don't know. I mean, look at this match. It's literally just Amalia versus Amalia. Double Amalia versus double Amalia, and there's nothing really interesting is happening in this. I may actually... This could be a super evolution here. There are always some choices, like this super evolution. What do we do here? We would be completely out of super evolutions. It is really good value for us, honestly. Gildaria still needs a few more. Goblin Foray gets us there. You know what? Goblin Foray with double Gildaria maybe wasn't too bad. Nothing else in our hand really combos with the super evolutions, so I think it's correct here. I think it is correct. I think that's kind of the logic on that one. It's like, we're not really going to get... I mean, Ignominy Samurai could have been okay with the revolution, but probably not going to get that many offers that good of value with the super evolution. Now, if they just once again hit us back with something that can trade here, you know, pretty insane, but they already had that option if I would have left the 6/6 out, and we would have taken a bunch of damage, so... Oh, man, Olivia's going to be strong. Olivia's got to be another one of the strongest cards in Take 2, I feel like. That's crazy nuts. Ooh, not going to be quite as good as Zirconia usually is. This is only a 7/7. And that's a 7/7, so they actually have to use both, which doesn't really matter anyways, but... And now we are really in some trouble here. And double Band of the Battle Princesses saves us from what seemed like it was going to be some major trouble that we were going to maybe be in there. All right, do I want to use the Way of the Maid and pitch something here? Probably I'd get rid of the Goblin Foray, I guess, honestly. It'd be not good enough. Combos well with Iron Crown Majesty. They get to put the pressure on us next turn. I'm thinking maybe the Iron Crown Majesty, get rid of that, honestly. They get to fill the board up next turn, potentially. And we're going to be on the back foot, so... Yeah, all right, let's get rid of this Iron Crown Majesty. All right with that. All right, didn't really do much. We still had the Geno in our deck we could have drawn into. We had the other Legend, so I think it was right to go ahead and play it out. Okay, lucrative deal. Again, we got it back. Okay, Prim. Okay, too crazy. Okay, Luminous Commander, nothing too crazy. Anja, nothing too crazy. We need kind of like one more really good... Oh, you know what, actually? Now that they've filled their board, we're actually kind of safe for a turn. Honestly, I'm not really super happy about this. You know, the other thing, I think at this point, Gildaria, it's not really going to get a whole lot better value than this. So even though it really stinks, yeah, it's just not going to get any better value than this. And we get to finish off because we get to play another something or other. And we can even have a blocker back, try to save the Gildaria. So Yeah, and you know, if they had like an owlbear or something, it could potentially just pretty much kill us. So we have some final options at the end here also. Assuming they have, let's say, an owlbear, for example. Play the Prim, it's just going to get wiped out. So maybe I need to actually kind of save Prim. You know, I don't know that I can keep just playing over and over, playing around all of these different cards. I don't think I can. I try to every game to play around as much as I can, but ultimately you just lose to the owlbears ultimately. Like, I mean, I guess, you know, again, in theory, I guess you could. Man, Hound of War is just so ridiculous. I mean, Swordcraft is totally stacked, everybody. It's probably pretty much got to be the best. I'm really surprised that they went for Might 2 there. They're definitely going to have some kind of follow-up here, right? There's no way they're going to leave the Gildaria, right? Did they just screw up and they're going to force... Did they screw up? No, they didn't. Oh, they screw up, because if that would have not went the right way for them, could they have actually lost that? Everybody, this is actually looking really good. Goblin Foray with an Iron Crown Mastery following it up. 2/2 kills the 1/2. That feels like a strong board to me. All right, let's do it. All right, 3 Goblin Forays is too many, by the way. I don't know if 1 is maybe good, but 3 is definitely too many. Even with that 4 mana thing, there's just too many powerful cards running around that are just too strong. Everybody, they've only got 7 cards left. Are we looking at a fatigue victory here? Everybody, this has been, you know what, this video's gone long enough. I think we're gonna have to, if we win this, I think we got to break up the finals into one final last video. So yeah, that's what we'll do if we win here. And things are looking very good. Now they should have at least 1 more legendary left, if I remember right. In fact, they may have, you know, 1 or 2 or who knows how many. All right, Luminous Magus feels pretty good to me here, so I think it's going to be trade, and probably Luminous Magus. I am okay with that, so let's go ahead and do it. Luminous Magus is just better than the Goblin Foray. Want to make sure we're kind of keeping up the pressure here. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh my god, they passed the turn. Wow, and we got an Amalia. They passed. What is my opponent doing? Oh my gosh, are they... Everybody, what's happening right now? I don't actually know what's happening. If they pass, if they don't have anything here, we win. I don't know what is happening right now. Ravenous Tentacles? Okay, you know what? Ravenous Tentacles is probably pretty darn good in Take 2. It's looking like it's beating me. Everybody, my Magic the Gathering brain. I can't help myself. I'm always fighting to try to control the board, and it never works out for me, it seems like. Okay, I can deal 7, get him down to half health. I'm all right with that. It'll force him to use the Super Evolution or do something at least, so all right with this. We also still have a Centaur Centurion. Amelia is going to draw 3, give us 3 back. That'll leave us at 7. Pretty good odds of drawing into the Centaur Centurion if we clear our board off a little bit. And next turn, we'll be down to 6 cards in the deck, so that's like a 50% chance of basically just winning the match on the spot. Okay, I think they were forced to use it. They had to use it. It's going to be really strong, actually. And we may actually search for the Centaur Centurion here. It gives us a % chance to win the match. Wait, did we already use a Centaur Centurion in this match? I kind of forgot now. Ignominious Samurai can kill the 7/9. I think we're just going to kind of stick around for board. I can make one of these 2/2s a 4/4 with the Ian to... no, maybe I can't do that. I think I'm going to go 1 more turn. I wish I could remember if I used the Centaur Centurion or not. I could actually play the Larala, I think, maybe. I'm gonna kill this. You know what? I can kill this. I should have just Amalia'd, actually. That was a mistake, wasn't it? Yep, I made a mistake. I should have Amalia'd. I could have still done all the same stuff. Shoot, everybody, I screwed up. Darn, that's unfortunate. Ugh, oh no, oh no. Screwed up. All right, let's go ahead and kill this. And, oh, everybody, oh, I screwed up. I screwed up. Screwed up. Darn it, I screwed up, everybody. Oh, dang it. That may really cost me. I don't actually die here to anything, though. Oh, man. Darn it. I screwed up. I needed to Amalia last turn first. Oh, what was I thinking? That was so dumb. Darn it. I think we still don't die here, though. We can actually just let this Urias hang out for a turn. Whoa, that's really good. Wait a second. We win. Oh, we won. Oh, man, that was not the cleanest victory. Count and make sure. All right, not the cleanest victory, but we did win. Oh, boy. All right, everybody, we will come back if you want to see how this ends. The video's getting real long, I'm sure, already, so we will come back for one more final video. Win or lose, whether we get the full 7 wins or not, we will come back. Subscribe if you enjoy this stuff. There's the rank up to C3. I'm going to keep doing these Take-Twos. I think I'm going to focus more now on just the Take-Twos that go pretty well instead of just posting all of them, probably, but we will see. So we are 5-1. Can we finish this out with our first perfect 7 wins already? Find out next time.